The following is a presentation of CUTV Sports and CUTV Sports 1.
Hello and welcome to Republic, Pennsylvania for the site of the opening to the 2017 high school football season here on CUTV, the 31st season of high school football here on CUTV. I am Dylan Goday, and joined alongside me is Stephen Ruffing.
Dylan, it's great to be back. Season's finally starting. Everyone's, for the most part, back in school, and we're getting our season underway here at CUTV.
Yeah, we got a big matchup here today. We got California at Brownsville. This is the second season of this rivalry being renewed here on week 0. And let's jump right into the tail of tape, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, on paper it looks pretty unmatched, but Brownsville, they're under new head coach William Masco. So what he was saying is they have the offensive line and the defensive line are all returning. They looked pretty good in the scrimmage, so he says they're pretty hopeful. Maybe they could stir things up, but Brownsville, 0-10 last year, not the greatest start. California, they went 6-5. They lost in the first round of the playoffs. Their conference record was 0-7 for Brownsville and 5-2 for California. So they're going to both maybe want to kind of better those records.
Yeah, we saw Brownsville late last season. Again, they had a different head coach, but we did see that game where we saw glimpses of talent near the second half. There was when some younger guys were getting some playing time. Again, this is the first game of the season here in 2017, so look forward to many more games here on CUTV. Hopefully some live ones here coming up after we get rolling here into this season. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for high school football here on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV. Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV. Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Hello and welcome back to Redstone Field here in Republic, Pennsylvania for return to high school football here on CUTV. I am Dylan Goday, and joined alongside me is Stephen Ruffing. And Steve, we have this California team coming back after a playoff season last year, returning for another game, Week 0 matchup, the second time actually in these two schools history of playing each other here in Week 0. Steve, let's take a look back at these two teams last season.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this graphic that's going to be coming up here, their last game, California, Bishop Canevin, that was actually a playoff game. California went down 56-21. The score doesn't look as close as it was, but it was a very good contest. Brownsville went down to Charleroi, the last game of their season. They got shut out, 54-8. I thought that was a 0 there. They did score a touchdown. I'm guessing they got a 2-point conversion. I can't completely remember. But the last meeting of these two teams, California, they came away with the win 40-7. So Brownsville, they're going to be coming for revenge.
Yeah, and in Brownsville, under the direction of a new head coach, so that I know that they are hungry heading into this matchup, trying to renew a rivalry that we were talking before the game. They have not played in many sports besides basketball and some other sports, but never until last season have they faced each other in football for being such close opponents. These are the two closest schools to us there at Cal, so it's nice to see these two teams play. And look for this Brownsville team, after going winless last season, to come out with some vengeance here.
Yeah, a new coach. Another thing to point out, Brownsville, it was a time before the season started, they were worried about the program. They didn't have many kids coming out, but if you take a look, they have the numbers. Both teams actually have 29 players listed on the roster, so it's nice to see these kids coming out for Brownsville's football program, and it's going to be a good rivalry. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, pretty decent crowd here in attendance for this Week 0 matchup. Again, Week 0 just started up last season in Pennsylvania high school football, so nice to see another Week 0 matchup here. Again, we're all here up here in the booth. Came back early before school started.
Yeah, battling some wasps. Everyone's in this press box, and here we go, Dylan.
Yeah, California with the kick, and that kick looks to be received back on the goal line, actually. Can't tell who that is returning, but he gets up to around the 18-yard line. He is brought down. And, Steve, this Brownsville offense returning all linemen up on the front line, so look for that
on
to be their
both
strength
sides
here.
Yeah, on both sides, too.
Yeah, both sides of the ball. Brownsville has returning players. Looking at the size there, Ross Swords, he is only in ninth grade, and he is 6 foot 275. So look for him to be a hoss there on the line. That's the first guy we noticed when he came out in warm-ups there. Looks like Brownsville's going to start out in a little spread formation here, two backs. Slots coming in motion. Quarterback drops back. He looks like roll out to the right, avoids a tackler, gets the ball downfield to a wide open receiver, and that is too far there as Austin Linkowski was looking for the reception. And the quarterback there, Lucas Harn, a little bit too deep on that one.
Yeah, Harn, he had him open. He broke free from a tackle there. He was running out wide. He had Linkowski wide open. That throw was just a bit overthrown. Man, that would have been gone because Linkowski, he had some green in front of him.
Yeah, and Harn showed a little athleticism there, voiding that tackle. Didn't look like he had much going on for him, but Linkowski broke open and almost got a big play to start out the game. Brownsville again in a spread formation. We got a tight end to the right here. Horn receives a snap. It's to be a sweep to the left side, and that is swallowed up by this interior of this California defense.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's something that we're going to be seeing because of Week 0, but Dan Grant, an incoming freshman, just got his hand on the ball for the first time.
Yeah, seems to be a young Brownsville team as well. We were talking before the game as well. This Brownsville team, not a lot of experience. A lot of returners, though, from a really young team last season, still relatively young heading into this year. We have trips to the left side of the field here for Brownsville. Quarterback Harn waiting the snap. To his left is Kowski, I believe. He rolls off to his left, and that is blown up immediately by the right side of this California defensive line. That's a sack of a loss of around 8 yards on that one.
Yeah, California did a really good job of just collapsing that pocket almost immediately. Right off the bat, Harn was in deep trouble as he kind of went out to his left and just immediately ran into California trouble.
Yeah, Harn had nowhere to go there on that one, and it looks like Brownsville's bringing out their punt team here for this 4th down and around 17. Punters back deep. 2 returners back deep for California. Punt is almost blocked there by California, and it's a short one, only about to the 30-yard line. That looks to roll dead at about the 36-yard line in California territory. And Steve, not a good first drive there for Brownsville to start out this game.
No, of course, and you're going to see that. We might see that with California as well. It's week 0. You're still kind of filling out your team. You're kind of filling out your roster. Where do you want people? What are you going to do? But Brownsville, under the new head coach, William Masco, from what has been saying, this Brownsville team, they can stir up the conference, and he has a lot of faith in his boys.
Yeah, a little flex bone look there for California. And Jelani Stafford with the ball carry on the first play of the game, and he had lots of running room there, and it's a huge gain of around 20 on that one.
Jelani Stafford, he is a 263-pound running back, 6'1", and he's a junior. This guy is a tank. You're going to be wanting to look for him getting the ball very often.
Yeah, and again, a huge threat there. And they came out with a bit of a flex bone formation. That's what I actually ran in high school, so maybe see some plays I can jog my memory a little bit there. But again, they're lining up in that flex bone look with Stafford back in the fullback position. Slot comes in motion. Fake the option. He actually hand the ball off, and what a hard run there by Jelani Stafford, just running over the linebacker there for Brownsville.
He's a tank. I mean, like I said, he's a big boy to be back there in that running back spot. But don't forget that Cochise Ryan, he was a big threat for the California Trojans last season.
And that's going to be a nice 2 running back tandem there with Cochise Ryan and Jelani Stafford. Both players, lots of athletic abilities. Cochise Ryan, more of a speed guy, and you can tell early on that Jelani Stafford is going to run the ball between the tackles. Again, in the flex bone look. Running back in motion. Again, right up the middle. Actually faked the handoff, and we had a fumble on the play, but it looks like California has recovered the ball. Almost a big mistake there by California.
Yeah, things turned ugly very fast for the Trojans there. Luckily, they were able to jump right on it. Brownsville, I don't think they were really aware of what was going on. California almost lost that ball.
And that's what you get there with that triple option look out of the flex bone. The quarterback there has got to make a quick decision. Does he hand the ball off or does he keep it himself? And that one, it looked little miscommunication between him and the fullback there. Again, the formation, Cochise Ryan is in motion. He will receive the sweep on this play. Makes a nice move, eluding a tackler. Gets close to the goal line and down around the 1-yard line is Cochise Ryan.
Yep.
Steve, you mentioned him early there. There he gets the ball on the outside and almost broke it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, you have Stafford. He's straight power. There's no way around that. Cochise Ryan, did you see that shiftiness that he has? He's very fast on his feet. He can get around players. He doesn't have to go through them. And we just saw that right there as he almost scores a touchdown. Just shortened, but, I mean, showing off some great skill early on in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Those are the 2 guys to watch here for California. You have the Bulldozer in the middle there and Cochise Ryan along the outside. Again, we're in a flex bone look here. A straight give off and another fumble. And it looks like Brownsville has recovered the ball and a big turnover there for California. Actually, they're going to say California jumped back on the football. I'm going to say second down here for California. Look from our vantage point that Brownsville recovered that football.
Yeah, that could have been real tragic for California. It did look like the Falcons recovered that ball, but it must have been a little bit after that ball was dropped that California got it in the middle of that extracurricular activity after the play. But the call's going to stand. California's going to have this ball.
Yeah, and after 2 missed communications there, Stafford is off to the sideline, now taking off his helmet and kneeling down. Maybe a little frustration there after fumbling twice here in this first possession. Again, running back in motion, outside sweep. You got running back lineman pulling in front of him, and a nice stop in the backfield there by number 56 there for Brownsville. Nice stop.
Yeah, great stop there from Brownsville. Brownsville, they're really holding their own right there on that defensive line. Collapsed, did a great job of adjusting to that run and just taking them down.
Looks like we're having a holding against California is the penalty on that one. Interesting to see if they will take the yards here, and it appears they will. So this is going to back California back pretty far, back to their own 19-yard line. So it's second down and goal now from the 19-yard line.
And so far, just these first 3 minutes of this game, Brownsville, they came out to play.
Yeah, they have, and you see some big bodies there switching out, getting a quick breather here for Brownsville. California coming back with this flex bone look. We've seen it all night early on. And Coach East Ryan is in motion, a little bit of a wide motion there. Another missed handoff there, and quarterback rolls off to the right and picks up what he can there. But again, ball security, big issue here early for California.
Yeah, you got to keep that ball safe, and that, I think, came off. Colin Phillips just mishandled that ball right off the snap. I don't think it was anything dealing with the handoff. I think he just the ball slipped out of his hands as he got that snap.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird look at play. You couldn't tell if it was a naked bootleg to the backside.
I think you're just making things up at this point. A naked bootleg.
There's no blockers in front of him. He was just bootlegging out there to the right, and no one else was there. Looks like a funny play there, but again, a little inside read to give the ball to Stafford. He gets down again to the 1-yard line. Brownsville defenders making a big stop there, and it's going to bring up a big 4th down and 1 from the 1-yard line here.
And you know what? I mean, maybe this isn't why I'm a head coach, but I say go for it. Week 0, give that ball to Stafford, and maybe he finds a hole in there and runs a couple people over and gets a touchdown.
I think giving the ball to your bulldozer there in Stafford is the right move here. They're going to squeeze this wide receiver to the right inside, and I would not expect anything other than an inside run here. And they go with a quarterback sneak, and Colin Phillips is in untouched there on that one, and California gets on the board first.
Yeah, and that's very surprising. A lot of things went wrong for California on that drive, so it's surprising that they got that touchdown, but they stayed in it. They showed some grit and found their way in the end zone.
And again, nice drive there. Looks like some ball security. The issue there for California, but they got that fixed at the end of that one, and they are on the scoreboard first here early. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Extra point is up, and it is good here for California. So California takes a 7-0 lead early on. We're going to go to commercial here. 7-0 California. Stay tuned for more high school football here on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
For the first time in 31 years, live high school football all season long on CUTV Sports 1.
And welcome back here to Redstone Field as California has taken the lead early on with a touchdown run there by the quarterback Colin Phillips. And now Dustin Mock kick is off, and that appears to be a shorter one in his first attempt. Received there by Linkowski, and he makes it around to the 25-yard line and brought down on that one. But Steve, a drive by California that looked promising early on. A couple fumble missed snaps there, and ended up getting back into the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things went wrong for California, but they found a way to get themselves into the end zone, kind of overcome adversity on that first drive, kind of shake off the cobwebs a little bit. And I think Brownsville did the same their first drive. So I think we're going to end up with a pretty tight matchup.
And this is, again, for the second year of this week 0 football here in Pennsylvania high school football. This is a little early for them. They had the option to either play this game now or at the end of the season, and both of these teams have chosen to play it now. So a little rusty, like you're saying, especially in an offense like California's where you have so much movement pre-snap, so much decision-making by the quarterback.
Right.
It gets difficult for him back there.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's a lot better decision to do this over the scrimmage as well, because the scrimmage you're in the game, but you don't get that full game experience. So it's nice to have this week 0 to simply shake off those cobwebs, get these boys out on the field.
and see what Brownsville can do is shake off the cobwebs of their first drive that looked promising off the first play where they almost hit the open Lankowski there for a big play. See what they can get going here on this drive. See, Lucas Harn is back. Got trips to the right. His sidecar there is Quadir Johnson. Waiting to snap. It looks like a false start, a encroachment penalty coming against California here. A little hard count there by Brownsville. Almost got California right
there. You go. Early on in the game, testing California's discipline. You could say this as much as you want. Shaking those cobwebs off. California, kind of a stupid penalty there.
Yeah, definitely. That's just the quarterback pulling a fast one there. First play of the drive, just trying to get the hard count. And now that first down just got half as easy right there, as they're going to come out in the same formation with trips to the right. Harn back in the quarterback position, waiting to snap. He gets it, looks like to be an inside zone, and Quadir Johnson appeared to gain about 2 yards on that play. Not a lot of running was there on that play.
Yeah, and Johnson, he's another power running back, 235. Doesn't have much height on him. He's 5'6", but, I mean, he could probably do some damage in those tunnels.
Yeah, and he's one of the senior leaders for this team there at the running back position. Not, like we said, not a lot of experience, not a lot of veterans on this Brownsville team, but Johnson at the running back position is one of those players. And we have trips to the right, the running back now on the strong side of the formation here. Harn back to pass, goes deep, another open receiver there, and misses Dan Grant, the freshman wide receiver, just by a hair on that play.
Just by a hair is right. Just a yard or two overthrown. I mean, Lucas Harn, he's finding these guys. It's just getting that distance down. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a couple plays from now he nails that pass.
Yeah, definitely. And again, that's a freshman receiver there in Grant. Maybe not a lot of reps has he received here early on in this season. So again, a little bit of pressure there in Harn's face, but he almost had the open receiver. That's 2 times now we've seen receivers get past this California secondary. That's something to watch here.
And it's surprising from high school teams. I mean, Brownsville, they can throw the ball.
Brownsville again, now we're a spread formation here. Quarterback rolls to his right is Harn. It looks like he's going to keep this ball. Looks to try to pick up the first down, and it looks like we saw a face mask grab at the very last, at the end of that play right there, Steve.
Yeah, and you know what? Testing California's discipline again. That play was almost over, and grabbing that face mask, it was almost kind of like a desperation play, and the ref saw it right down the line. It was very clear.
And that's something Coach for California, Darren Dillo, is going to address to his team. You cannot continue to make these mental mistakes. That's all we've seen hurt California here early on, letting guys deeper than you on the defensive end, almost costing you big, and then the very next play coming out and grabbing onto the face mask. You just can't make those mistakes here in the game of football.
Yeah, whether it's week 0 or week 6, you got to get that discipline down.
A split back set here for Brownsville. Quadir Johnson to the right of Harn. Lankowski in motion to the left. Harn receives a snap. A little cross-buck action there. And Grant with the carry, the freshman. Again, not a lot of running room. Looks like this interior California defense is a tough one here.
Yeah, they do. They have some strong guys on that defensive line. In Brownsville, so far, they have been struggling on the ground.
It looks like number 58 there for California, Brandon Collins. He's listed as a guard here. He's a senior for his California team. He's making a name for himself there on the interior as a defensive tackle. Brownsville again with trips to the left. Johnson in the backfield to Harn's right. Harn awaiting the snap. Receives it, drops back to pass. A slant across the middle.
Wow.
And a nice one-handed catch there by Zach Whitlock, and he is in for a touchdown. Brownsville's quarterback, Lucas Harn, finally hits his marks there for the touchdown.
In incredible fashion as well. Zach Whitlock, the senior, I mean, that was as impressive as it gets. A one-hand grab, making something out of nothing, and boy, are we going to see that on our top plays.
Yeah, it looked like he had the corner there, and Coach Ryan, we've been talking about him early in this game, was in great defensive position, but Whitlock, again, stuck the right hand out, snagged that ball and brought it in, and Brownsville matches California here early.
It was almost like glue, and that's what you want from your senior. You want to set an example, and did he do that right now?
Extra point is up, and it is blocked, and it is no good. So Brownsville cannot match California. We have a 7-6 ball game. California on top of Brownsville. Head to commercial break here. Stay tuned for more high school football on CUTV.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Belle Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
Welcome back again to Redstone Field here in Republic, Pennsylvania. And Brownsville matches California again here with a nice, beautiful catch there by Whitlock. And they matched California's drive there with a touchdown of their own.
Yeah, they did. Unfortunately, they couldn't get that extra point. But Harn, he's been on. He's been eyeing his wide receivers up, and he finally gets one to Whitlock. And, boy, did they take advantage of that.
Something to watch, though, is the blocking on that extra point for Brownsville was not very good there, and California easily got in. About 6 or 7 guys had an attempt to block that extra point. So that'll be something to watch here for Brownsville, trying to get back and trying to keep up with this California offense. Kick is off, and it looks to be a short line drive, and Cochise Ryan handles that ball. It has some room ahead of him, breaks the tackle, stays on his feet, and makes it around to the 49-yard line. A nice return there by Cochise Ryan.
Yeah, and I believe that was Brody Bagwell, another senior for Brownsville, finally getting that final tackle. And if Cochise Ryan managed to break that one, I think he's gone for a touchdown. But great defense there by Brownsville, but even better running by Cochise Ryan, finding that space and getting himself to about the 50-yard line.
Yeah, you can tell just when he has the ball in his hands that something special is about to happen. Lots of quickness, lots of agility there by Cochise Ryan. Again, he is only a sophomore, too, so a lot of young talent on this California team.
And his football IQ is through the roof. He's just so smart when he's running down the field, finding those open spots.
Another look here from California in the flex bone as Cochise Ryan comes in motion. Triple option look. Will hand the ball off to a hard-nosed Jelani Stafford, and he picks up a hard-earned 7 to 8 yards there on that one.
That's your trench guy. I mean, he's like a lineman running the ball, and that has to be very scary if you're the Brownsville defense.
And he makes Colin Phillips look good. Didn't look like the right read there to give the ball off with 2 guys on him on Stafford, but he breaks those 2 tackles fairly easily and picks up 8 yards there on that play. Coming again from the flex bone look. Cochise and Ryan in motion. Looks quarterback kept it right behind Stafford, and he picked up just enough for the first down, bringing the ball down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Phillips, he is shown early in this game, in this first quarter. He's not afraid to run that ball.
Yeah, he is not afraid. And that one, again, tough early on making those reads. A little indecisive there, but there's nothing wrong with following your bulldozer there in Jelani Stafford. Even if he doesn't have the ball, you know those interior defensive linemen are told to tackle him if he has the ball or doesn't, because just the threat that he imposes on them. California again, triple flex bone look. There comes in motion, and Stafford again just bulldozing his way through the middle. If I'm California's coach, I'm not sure if I'm getting away from that too often.
Yeah, I mean, that is just great running right there. I mean, Colin Phillips, he's trusting Stafford in this play. Stafford, he's finding those holes, and even if he doesn't get those holes that he wants, he can power through any player on this Brownsville defense.
And that's a quick 6 yards on the first play, and that makes second down play calling for California's coach a lot easier here. Maybe see what they come out here, but Cochise Ryan has yet to touch the ball here, see if they have a play designed for Cochise. Again, flex bone look. Phillips keeps the ball himself, and he makes a nice couple moves there and brings the ball down to the 21-yard line.
And I'll be honest, I was looking every which way to see who had the ball in that one. Colin Phillips, it's not hard to trick me, but he did. And again, he shows that he can keep that ball, and he's not scared to run with it. And he did a great job there, picking up a few yards, getting that first down, and inching them closer to that end zone.
Yeah, and there's no Stafford in there for California. A younger fullback there, number 21, Josh Altman, was in there. So Colin Phillips decided to keep the ball himself there on the triple option and picked up a lot of nice yards. Again, another flex bone look. Looks like an inside zone there, and it looks to be a 4-yard gain there by the fullback, Josh Altman.
And that was a nice little run there, picking up a few yards, picked up 3, so it's going to be 2nd and 7. But, you know, Coach Darren Dillow, he has a lot of options in that running back position. I mean, you have Coach East Ryan, you have Stafford, and you also have Josh Altman. Josh Altman, that a young guy getting some experience. I mean, he has some great players to look up to.
And definitely with a roster as small as California's here, nice to see the coach giving his guys some breaks because, you know, they're playing both ways and trying to keep them healthy here. As Phillips again tries to keep it himself again and only picks up about 3 on that play as the defensive lineman there, number 56 there for Brownsville, Evan Olesko, made a nice play.
Yeah, Olesko, he was almost beat on that one, but just at the last second, he grabs the foot of the California player, brings him down, and stopped a very good play, and that was looking very good for California until Oleski stopped him.
Yeah, this interior, as this appears to be the end of the first quarter, it looks like California just going to let this one run out. And as the quarter winds down, California has a 7-6 lead over the Brownsville Falcons, and we're going to head to commercial here. Stay tuned for the high school football game of the week on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecasts from the CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment news. Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards. With television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center. Online all the time.
And welcome back to more high school football here on CUTV. To recap that first quarter of action, California has a 7-6 lead, but they are driving again here are the California Trojans. And Steve, nice first half there by both teams on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, very competitive first quarter there. Showed a lot of grit from both teams. Brownsville, they had a chance to tie it, missed that field goal, but both teams have been really traveling down the field. But California, this drive has been going on for quite some time. It's about a 2 or 3 minute drive, and they're inching their way closer and closer to that end zone, trying to enhance this lead.
Yeah, and we've yet to see a pass thrown here by California's quarterback there in Colin Phillips. They look to be keeping on the ground here with this triple option attack. Slot comes in motion, another triple option look, inside option, and again, Jelani Stafford just making guys miss. He had almost the whole interior of the Brownsville defense hanging off of him on that one and still was able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, I mean, he is just so impressive to watch play because he doesn't let anything affect him. You know, he goes through those players. If you get an arm on him, you're not bringing him down. You have to get a full wraparound, get full body contact on him to take him down.
And with his size, again, 6'1", 263, and only being a junior, you got to think he's looking to maybe play on the next level there with that kind of size.
He drinks his milk.
There's
no doubt about that.
That's for sure there. California again coming back in that flex bone look. It looks to be a sweep to the outside there to Josh Aldrich, and he appears to get down to around the 1 yard line. They're going to give it to him right at the goal line. A nice run there by Zion Aldrich.
Yeah, that was a great run by Aldrich. I mean, he finds that space. He looked his running style was a lot like Coach East Ryan's, that shiftiness, kind of waiting, finding his spots, very patient. And then once he finds it, he makes a move and gets some good yardage. 2nd and 1, and they're eyeballing that end zone.
Yeah, excuse me, I thought they were running in to spot it at the 1 yard line, but they're actually going to spot it at the 3, so it's a 2nd down and 1 here from the 3 yard line. Again, another flex bone look. No Cochise Ryan, no Jelani Stafford here for California. This will be an inside power run. Actually, it looked to be to the outside there. I almost lost it again with this flex bone look. It's tough to follow the ball.
Yeah, and Evan Olesko making a great tackle there, just reading that offense, reading that run, and taking them down.
And that's going to bring up a third down and very short here. Less than one. I see again a short yards to gain here, and no Stafford in the play here for California. So see what they decide to do there with Josh Altman there, running back. Again, he is a senior, so maybe giving the ball to the senior here on this one. Drops back. The quarterback keeps it himself, breaks a tackle, and looks to be close to the goal line. It definitely appeared to pick up the first down. But Colin Phillips there almost got in on that one.
Colin Phillips, he broke that tackle. There was a man on his leg, but I couldn't see who got the final tackle. I think that was number 34, Zion Howard for Brownsville, making a nice stop because Colin Phillips was right there.
Yeah, again, fake the inside run. I think everybody in the stadium was thinking inside give there on 3rd down and 1, and he faked the handoff and kept it himself and almost picked up the touchdown. Another look from inside the 1, another quarterback sneak, and Colin Phillips again on the same exact play gets his way into the end zone.
Yeah, Colin Phillips, I mean, he's a leader. I mean, he's playing by example. Enhancing this lead is huge, especially on a 4th down attempt. I mean, that was big, and Colin Phillips comes in handy once again.
And that's 2 straight drives that opened up the season for California. Colin Phillips has scored for them. So again, Brownsville's going to have to keep up the pace, the pressure on the offensive end if they want to try to keep pace with this California Trojans offense. California's back for the extra point. Extra point is up and almost blocked, but it is good there as California extends their lead to 14-6. Take another commercial break here. Stay tuned for more high school football on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecast from the CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment news. Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards. With television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center. Online all the time.
And welcome back for more high school football here on CUTV. Steve, California again there drives the ball down, and quarterback Colin Phillips makes it his 2nd touchdown to start the season.
I mean, that was a long drive by California, slowly but surely. I mean, the patience from this offense was unbelievable. Again, still no pass attempts, but 2 touchdowns, and just a great showing by Colin Phillips.
Yeah, Colin Phillips has definitely showed that he is a senior leader for this California Trojans team as the kick off is away. Appears to be taken at around the 10-yard line. A little muff there by Brownsville. Brownsville's number 7, Austin Mitchell, he makes it up to around the 25-yard line. Nice second effort there to break a couple tackles.
Yeah, that was a nice little run by the Brownsville player, getting that ball, kind of bobbling it at first, and then running with it, picking up a lot of yards.
Around to the, actually they're going to give it to the 27-yard line. We'll take a look at Brownsville's schedule here. This is their week 0 matchup for California, Steve. Looks to be a difficult schedule there for Brownsville.
Yeah, pretty difficult schedule, but I think I'm going to go with Coach William Masco on this one. I think they could pull off a couple wins, maybe get 2 or 3 in the season, and that's a good start for them. I mean, this program is building, and we'll see what Coach Masco can do with this team.
Yep, and it looks to be an inside give here for Brownsville. And the running back there in Johnson was one broken tackle away from almost breaking that one.
Yeah, he just kind of lost his footing at the last minute, and if he had that, he had a lot of field in front of him. Just an easy touchdown, but Brownsville, that's a good start for this drive.
Yeah, a little hurry up there, and Looks like they caught their offense off guard with a late hit, it appears, for California. Again, another mental mistake hurting California here early.
Yeah, that's going to hurt you every day of the week. I mean, coming in late like that, it's unacceptable. The refs aren't going to allow that any day of the week. So Brownsville, let's see if they can take advantage of these free yards.
And Brownsville, again, under first-year head coach, that's usually a team you see some undisciplined players there, but California has been that team here early, coming off a playoff season, unaccustomed to seeing this California Trojans team with some mental lapses here early.
Yeah, and California really not playing prove-yourself football, which they should be. Losing that first round is tough, and Brownsville right now just kind of out-disciplining them almost.
Yeah, two completely different offenses here. As Brownsville's in the spread look, California's in that flex bone look. As the quarterback there in Harn rolls out to his right, gets the ball off, but a nice defensive play there by the safety for California. I can't tell what number that is, but he made a nice play, sticking on his man and breaking up that football.
Yeah, Brownsville couldn't complete that one. Lucas Harn, he's very comfortable back there, even when he's kind of scrambling out wide, staying in the pocket, what have you. He's pretty calm. It's just he needs to find his range with those passes. One was a little over the wide receiver's head. We saw a couple that were a little too long, but I think once he kind of finds his niche, I think he's going to be a great quarterback.
Yeah, and he can keep his eyes downfield. He is getting some quick pressure, and he's doing a great job eluding that pressure. It's just completing that pass there for Harn, as he is now in a spread look and sending wide receiver Brody Bragwell in motion, and it appears we're going to get a possible false start here against Brownsville. Let's take a look what they call here on this one. Is going to be a false start against Brownsville, and that's going to back them up on here on this second down, back to a second down to 15.
And California's kind of wiping the sweat off their forehead on that one, kind of getting those yards back that they lost earlier in this drive.
And again, that's the first penalty I believe we've seen on Brownsville here early. We're just talking about how they're playing very disciplined football, especially when California is making those mental mistakes. You cannot make them yourself. You got to take advantage of those opportunities. So you got a trips look here for Brownsville. Trips to the right. Quarterback Harn drops back to pass. A nice bullet across the middle. And that's going to be intercepted there by Austin Grillo, and he's stuck on that one, but it will be after a huge interception there, actually, by number 3, Austin Grillo.
Yeah, Austin Grillo did a great job of just kind of sticking with that ball, keeping his eye on it, jumping, getting that interception. But Lucas Harn, we saw him trying to find his range on that one, and right there, really he lost touch of that ball.
Yeah, Steve, we're going to take a look now at the Twitter poll that at CUTV_PA, which is our Twitter handle, put out earlier this week on who they thought would win this ball game. And Steve, California easily the favorites here.
Yeah, they are. According to our Twitter followers, 83% say that California is going to win.
And now we're going to take a look at the schedule here for California. Steve, another difficult schedule there. They'll be hosting Fort Cherry here next week.
Yeah, and Fort Cherry, a team that kind of shocked us last season. We didn't know much about them. They pulled off a few wins. I think they're going to have some trouble with Fort Cherry.
Yeah, definitely. California, like a couple road games in those first 3 games, so nice to head back home are the Trojans here. But you don't really consider this too much travel there for California, just right down the road here to Brownsville.
Yeah, California, they went 2 for 4 last season on the road, so they're going to want to kind of improve that record because away games, I mean, that is a big part of your schedule.
And definitely that might help your seeding out a little bit when you get to the playoff time, picking up those road wins. Definitely impressive there for California. So again, another flex bone look. We've seen it all night, the same exact formation here as Coach East Ryan goes in motion, receives the sweep there on that one. He has a hole, makes a nice move to elude the cornerback. A couple defenders have the angle. Will Coach East Ryan be able to outrun them? No, he will not, but he will be able to make it down inside the 10-yard line. Again, the athleticism of Coach East Ryan putting on a show here.
Yeah, and Coach East Ryan, he had no business of even getting a gain that big, but just his athleticism, his speed, breaking those tackles, finding his way, getting down that sideline, beating the Brownsville defense. That is a great run by him, and he's shown a lot of potential for the couple years to come.
Yeah, definitely. If you have a sophomore able to make those kind of plays, we saw them last season in the games we did of California making plays just like that. That's special there to see out of a sophomore. Brownsville had a player running off the field late, and they're going to call a timeout to avoid the offsides penalty there. And again, another bonehead play. The tough offensive power here of California really starting to get to Brownsville.
Yeah, I think Brownsville is kind of hitting a point where they can't keep up. I think they're hitting their I think they're just running out of stamina. They can't keep up with the speed of California.
Take a look here. The next graphic, we're going to have the CUTV schedule, and we got a busy high school football schedule this season, Steve.
Yeah, and of course you see that week 3, September 15th, there's going to be no game. We're actually going to be traveling to Millersville. It's going to be an overnight trip. We're going to be leaving that Friday, September 15th, of course. And then on the 16th, we play Millersville and Trinity at Bell Vernon. Exciting news. We're doing another PCN live game. What's that? October 6th for Trinity at Bell Vernon.
Yeah, nice gold turf will be displayed statewide on PCN there. And again, this game is not brought to you live. We're trying to get in, starting to do some games live on YouTube here. Unable to get the 4G connection here at Redstone Field, but look for those for the next coming weeks. Some live football, maybe next week here for our next matchup.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And such a great system that we're running, having some trouble with our production truck, so getting this Wirecast out is great.
Another sweep there by California, and the running back there got mixed up by his lineman there, number 58, Brandon Collins there, tripped him up in the backfield. Tough break there for California.
Yeah, Jonathan Wood, he looked like he found his hole, but just at the last second ran into his own lineman and went down. And that's a shame because that one was looking to be a pretty good play and maybe potentially getting in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's, again, the players there in Wood, it's nice to have your young talent there in Stafford and Cochise Ryan, but when you have your backups being seniors, that's big, as we're going to see a penalty late to not tell what that was, but that's going to back them up even further, and it's going to be second down and goal from, again, the 15-yard line. This is twice, 2 out of their first 3 drives there for California getting backed up early in their red zone offense.
If I had to take a guess, I want to say it was some sort of unsportsman or a holding call that we're getting from our statistician, Danny Beck.
And a fumble there, as it looks like Brownsville may have recovered the ball, and again, another mental mistake there by California, and Brownsville will pick up the ball. Breaks like that, maybe what it takes here for Brownsville.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, half the job is done. Brownsville now has to take advantage of California's mistake, picking up that fumble, and you know what? They could do some damage if California doesn't fix these issues.
Yeah. Cochise Ryan made a nice play, huge run there to bring them inside the 10-yard line, getting them in goal line situation. And then again, mental mistakes, fumble, snap, bonehead penalties, and now Brownsville, a huge point swing there. This could, if they can get the ball into the end zone here, could be a big point swing here in favor of Brownsville. And Brownsville is going to mix it up, a little power eye here. I haven't seen this formation in a while here for Brownsville. Quarterback hands the ball off, and there was just nowhere to go. Didn't look like many Brownsville linemen picked up blocks there on that one.
Yeah, Brownsville's line just kind of collapsed, and California just staying on top of that ball, reading that offense perfectly and just making them go back 5 yards, a loss of 5, and just kind of pinning them in their own end.
Yeah, that was a huge switch up there for Brownsville, starting out in a spread look all game, then coming out in a wishbone look. Little 1950s football action there for Brownsville, throwing it back to some old school football. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know what? All it takes is a Lucas Horn pass, and there you go. You're right back in this thing.
And it's got to be a mix-up there for California's defense. Another sweep, but a fumble there by Brownsville, and they're going to give the ball right back. And who else is that there in Jelani Stafford playing defense now and picking up the huge fumble inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and that's something we haven't seen from Brownsville. I want to say their first mistake, their first turnover there. I mean, it couldn't have been a worse position. I mean, California is in perfect red zone territory, and they get an opportunity to take advantage of Brownsville's mistake.
Yeah, Brownsville trying to mix it up. The spread wasn't working for them too well. They tried to mix it up with a little wishbone look and that wasn't working either. This interior, the defensive line there for California just too strong here for Brownsville. As California's going to come out, and again, the flex bone look as Stafford gets the ball up the middle, and he is carrying defenders and gets down to around the 1 or 2 yard, maybe the 2 yard line here for California. But again, Stafford feeding here early.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feed the beast, and if you get to a certain point, I mean, you can have Colin Phillips drive that ball in, as we saw in the past 2 touchdowns. We know he could do it, so you want to get to a certain point in this field position where he could just drive that ball right in.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it already. Inside give and then a fake quarterback pull here. See if we see it again for California. Looks like Colin Phillips maybe making an adjustment there, an audible here right around the goal line. See what he decides. Sends running back in motion. A sweep to the outside. Looks like they have the corner, has the edge, and he does. There's number 28, the senior, Jonathan Wood, carries the ball in for a touchdown.
Yeah, perfect play right there. Phillips just gets that ball to Wood. Wood finds his open space, runs wide, and finds an easy path right into the end zone to make this 20-6.
And if that was a pre-snap adjustment there by Colin Phillips, it was a beautiful one as he was able to switch the play up, it appears, and get the ball on the outside there to Jonathan Wood, and he picks up another touchdown here for California. Extra point for California is up, almost blocked again, and it is right down the middle. A beautiful leg there by the kicker for California, but that's going to make the score 21-6 in favor of California. Stay tuned for more high school football here on CUTV.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
And welcome back here for more high school football on CUTV. Again, another touchdown. No mental mistakes there for California as they were able to get a mental mistake by Brownsville in favor of themselves, and they were able to take a 21-6 lead.
Yeah, just a classic taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes on that one.
A deep kickoff here by California, perceived at around the 6-yard line. And again, it's Mitchok in around to the outside, and he stepped out of bounds, it appears, before he got tackled there at around the 32, 33-yard line.
Yeah, he did a great job of finding that space. He's been doing it all night, just finding his way around those defenders and just getting a nice gain, setting up with some proper field position.
Yeah, again, see what they decide to come out with. The wishbone didn't work too well there for Brownsville. See if they try to maybe get the ball through the air. Again, Lucas Harn appears to have a nice arm.
Yep.
Just
needs to find that range. Yeah, just needs to find that range.
Yeah, and they are going to come back to the spread look here. With 2 running backs to his side here is Harn, a junior quarterback there, receives a snap, little inside fake there, and there's nowhere to go as a nice play on the edge there by number 2 for California, Zach Aldrich.
Yeah, Lucas Harn just kind of asking where his offensive line was on that one, because that just collapsed and it was immediately tackled with a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, and there's just nowhere to go. They appeared to just fake the inside little cross. There's action there. Both running back cross there in front of the quarterback there in Harn. He tried to fake the handoff and sweep to the outside and just nowhere to go. This is again, they're going to line up. Same formation as last time. Twins to the right. Harn awaiting the snap, and he gets it, drops back to pass. Another, looks like a go route there, but with pressure in his face, Harn's unable to complete that pass.
Yeah, Tim Bannock just wasn't home on that one, just wasn't even aware that Harns was throwing the ball, and he's talking to him right now. Just, again, a little bit of miscommunication that kind of took down the Brownsville's offense.
Yeah, maybe a misrun route there. He appeared that he was trying to throw it to the inside. Maybe it was a post, but Receiver thought it was a go route, and a little miscommunication there for Brownsville. And that's going to set up another 3rd down and long. It's a big play. If they want to try to crawl back in this one, they're going to need a big play here on this 3rd down. Trips to the right. Johnson, 2 Harns left here. Harn awaiting the snap, receives it, drops back the pass, a lot of pressure in his face, and he's going to be brought down for a huge loss there on that one, as a number of California defenders were there to make the stop. And Harn appears to be down after that one as he hops right back up. Got to be frustrating there for the quarterback, taking a huge sack there on 3rd down.
California just breaking the whole cavalry and then some, just immediately collapsing inside that pocket, chasing Harn outside and just taking him down. Harn had absolutely nowhere to go and just no options.
Yeah, and Harn a little frustrated there walking off the field. Got to be frustrating there. 3rd down, you want to try to get the ball out of your hands quick, but California brought the pressure and brought it in huge way there as 2 guys are back here for California. Looks to be Cochise Ryan and Zion, I keep calling him Zach, but Zion Aldridge. A short line drive punt, bounces in front of Ryan. He's just going to let this one go and drop down to around the 45-yard line. So a decent punt there for Brownsville.
Yeah, and that almost looked like trouble as the line kind of collapsed on Brownsville and almost had a blocked punt on that one. They have to be careful with that because we saw that already with their touchdown blocking that field goal.
And there's appear to be a flag. If it's running into the kicker, it will not be a 1st down. But if it's roughing the punter, we will see a 1st down.
I think there's just a couple players jawing after the play, so I think there might have been a sportsmanlike call.
They're going to call running into the kicker. See if they stuck out the leg like it was a roughing. See what Brownsville decided to do. That's a pretty decent punt there for them getting the ball back in to the 45-yard line. See what they decide to do here. No official call there from the officials. Maybe they're just going to wave this one off or see what the official call is. Patiently awaiting this official call. A call roughing the kicker, and that penalty will be declined. Again, they're going to take that nice, decent punt. It would have only been a 5-yard difference there. So I think a good decision there by Brownsville.
Yeah, and a 5-yard difference can make a big difference sometimes. You never know how the game is going to play out, but they declined that one pretty. They pinned them down pretty far, just shy of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and that's you got to be thinking about Cochise Ryan there back to receive those punts. You don't want to kick it again to him as Cochise Ryan again right on cue gets the ball on the outside, makes a guy miss, and it appears we have a flag here. Don't know if that was maybe a block in the back on California there. I saw a guy flying. That may have been the cause. Some frustrated faces on the sideline for California.
Yeah, and of course, they're going to be frustrated because what a run that was by Cochise Ryan. He was almost slipped out of that tackle, and if he did, he had the whole sideline open to get in the end zone. But they're going to bring this one back, and Cochise Ryan is not going to be happy about it.
Yeah, he is not going to be happy. Again, nice run there, and he is frustrated there on the sideline. Maybe going off to the side, taking a little breather himself there. But we are, again, going to see the call here. They're just going to line it right back up there for a 1st down and 10 with no call. But I do believe that may have been a block in the back. We've got 3:26 left to go here in this first half of play. 21-6 lead here for California. See if they can drive again as the lineman gets out of his stance to ask the quarterback a question. Normally that's a penalty, but they're not going to give it to California.
Week 0, I'm going to let that one slide.
A flex bone look, receiver in motion, quarterback sweeping.
Oh, nice block.
Beautiful block there by Stafford. Just a little wrestling move, just showing his strength there, just pushing his guy, slamming him right on the ground.
Yeah, just keeping Ross Swords awake, just keeping him aware that he is on a football field. Nice block and just giving Colin Phillips a little bit of room to run.
Yeah, and that's just a powerful move there. That's more of an in-your-face, show me what you're going to bring to me there.
Show me what you're working with.
Yeah, really there for Stafford. He is a grown man out there playing for California. And Brownsville doesn't really have any guys that compete with that size. So Stafford's out there putting on a show here early on in this season. That's going to be a guy to watch out here in high school football.
No doubt about that.
A fake handoff. We're going to see a first pass attempt there for California. And I don't know how you out-throw Coach East Ryan, but they managed it on that play. Just quarterback there and Phillips just lofted the ball up. Looks to be on target, but a little bit too far there for Coach East.
Yeah, a little too far for Coach East Ryan. A great pass. A good first pass of the game for California. Coach East Ryan just wasn't there. A little bit overthrown, and like you said, it's really hard to outthrow Coach East Ryan because of that speed. But, he might have – I think he did kind of stumble a little on that just the last second, kind of reaching out for that ball.
And it looked like it was way out of his reach, but then you just saw another afterburner there for Ryan there, and able to almost run that one down, as we're going to get a 3rd down and 1 play here. Again, we're talking not too many pass plays there for California, but there they show that they do have some pass plays in their playbook. It's California again, inside give there to Stafford, and he went about 10 yards before even getting touched and carries the ball for around a 20-yard gain there. Beautiful 3rd down and 1 run there by Stafford.
Yeah, I know. If I was on that Brownsville defense, I'd be shaking in my boots if I saw Stafford coming at me full speed. The guy is a tank. He is a building playing football.
He really is, and that's a very big building that I would not want to come in the way with, as he's probably keeping our statistician Danny Beck very on his toes over there, racking up those yards here in this first half. And again, no surprise here with a flex bone look for California. Drop back the pass again, wide open. Coach East Ryan in the flat. Coach East Ryan almost makes a man miss and brings the ball down to the 15-yard line. Wide open Coach East Ryan there on that play.
Yeah, Coach East Ryan does a great job getting that first down. But number 4, Dan Grant, does a great job of keeping with Coach East Ryan, standing his ground, going low. And I think that's how you're going to get Coach East Ryan. You got to go low on him, and he did, taking him down, because if he gets past Grant on that one, I think you're in some trouble.
And that's a pretty safe play there, giving the ball in the flat for a 3-yard pass, and ends up picking up the yards that Ryan did on that play. We're going to take a look here at California's schedule here again here on this graphic.
Yeah, and California, they have a pretty interesting schedule. I don't think they're going to have much trouble, but that October 6th game against Carmichael's or Rochester, we haven't seen much from Rochester, so we don't know how that one's going to go. California, they're going to meet their match against Rochester.
Yeah, we are, and if you watched our high school reveal show here over the summer, our first time we've done that, it's Stephen Ruffing and I, actually the two guys calling this game here. We actually did that there, and we previewed that California-Rochester game, and that should be an interesting one. We were talking the last time we've had Rochester, and we're not sure that that's been a matchup, a team that we have covered here with CUTV, but 1:39 left to play. California called the timeout. Their nice clock management. That might be why we're seeing the passes here. A little 2-minute offense here by the Trojans. Again, lining up in their bread and butter formation there in the flex bone. Coach East Ryan in motion, give the ball inside to Stafford, tries to hurdle over number 4 there for Brownsville, and Dan Grant was unable to do it. Grant made a nice tackle, bringing down Stafford after only gain of around 3 on the play.
And Stafford, for as big he is, he does have athleticism, and he does have stamina, because there's only a few plays that we haven't seen him on the field.
And a hurry-up offense. They already had this plan pre-play, as they give the ball in a sweep there to number 28, Jonathan Wood, and he's brought down. We're going to see another timeout here with 1:10 left to go here in the first half by California, trying to get the ball into this end zone before halftime.
Yeah, they have that triple threat in the backfield.
We're going to take a look here again at Brownsville's schedule.
And you know what? Brownsville, I think they can pull off a couple wins. They're going to have some trouble, of course, week 1 and 2. Washington's a very tough team. But, going up against, I'm looking at Burgettstown. I think that's a good game for Brownsville to get a win. Chartiers Houston, even they could put up a competition against any of these teams.
Yeah, Chartiers Houston usually a team at the top of the ranks, but again, last year not doing as well as they have in seasons past. A little mix-up again last season with all the standings and where teams play in their leagues here as they expanded to more than just their Quad A, reaching it out to 6 classifications. But we are back, and California drops back. The pass does Phillips, and Phillips rolls out to his left. Looks to be keeping the ball himself. Nice juke move, and he gets taken down hard there, but he picks up the first down. The clock will stay running. Actually, they're going to not give him the first down. He's going to be short by about 2 yards there on that play.
Yeah, and from here, from our angle, it looked like he got that first down. We're waiting to see where they're going to put this ball, and they did. They're giving him the first down.
Yeah, it definitely looked like his forward progress picked up that first down, so that's a quick stoppage in the clock there. The clock is at 57 seconds. 57 seconds, and they're going to get that rolling here again inside a minute, see what California decides to do. If they have enough time to maybe get in a run play quick and then drop back for a pass. If they don't get it in there on this play, they're going to give the ball inside to Stafford, and he gets the ball down to around the 2-yard line. Clock is now at 37 seconds and running, and they're going to call their last timeout. Pretty smart decision there, as you're going to get second down and goal from the 2-yard line. That gives you lots of options here before halftime.
Yeah, in California, they want to go out on top in this half. They want to get another touchdown to enhance this lead to make it 27 or 28 to 6. That'd be something they really want to do before halftime.
Yeah, and at halftime, we are going to display the bands. We're going to ask you to stick around here at halftime and watch the bands. We have California's band there warming up down in the scoreboard side of the field. They're behind that end zone. And Brownsville's band, again, you saw them there. They gave the national anthem performance. We're going to see them as well if they have a halftime show here. So stay tuned for there. You can see California's band there behind the left end zone there. But again, 35 seconds left. No timeouts for California, so you really have to be careful. If they're going to run a play, have to get, I'm sure Coach gave them 2 quick plays to run here back-to-back if they don't get in on the first attempt. Let's see what they decide to do. My money's on just giving the ball to Stafford and see if he gets in the end zone here.
I think that's what they might do, and I think that's going to be their decision.
Give the ball inside to Stafford, and Stafford plows his way. Let's see what the line judge says. They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. Stafford again. They're going to line right up. 24 seconds left. Almost got in. See if we see another quarterback sneak there, and we do. And it is a touchdown. It didn't appear California was set. Brownsville coaches are upset on that one, but it will be another touchdown, the 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Colin Phillips.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. He's having himself a night here against Brownsville, just showing that grit on that goal line, just plowing his way through 3 times this night in a spectacular showing from Phillips.
And not too complicated of a play. Just get the ball and follow your center right in. You're going to see another extra point to make this a 22-point lead. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Beautiful kicking performance here for California. Actually, no, that's no good. I was way off on that one. It looked right down the middle for me, but it was no good. I guess I need to get my eyes checked here on this one, but we're going to go to commercial break here right before halftime. 27-6 ball game here. California on top of Brownsville. Stay tuned for more high school football on CUTV.
The longest student-produced show on CUTV. Is back with highlights and analysis, scores and standings, and more. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And welcome back here. 17 seconds left here in this first half as California extended their lead to 27-6, and we discovered why I could not see that ball go in. Still have my sunglasses on after the sunset. Not a good move there by myself, and that ball will go into the end zone and will be a touchback with still 17.8 seconds left to go here. I expect to see Brownsville to take a knee. Things have not been going their way here in this second quarter.
Or do you want to risk it to get the biscuit?
I mean,
I say yes.
You might have to. You really have nothing to lose. You're down by 21 points here. That's 3 touchdowns. That's going to be 3 scores here in the second half, so let's see what they decide to do. It looks like they are going to take a knee. We have a guy back deep. I think that's a safe call. Things have not been going your way. That's kind of the typical play you see here. We might see a fake kneel. I don't know. You might see anything.
We might. Got to risk it.
This is high school football. You never know what you're going to see.
Then again, I proved to everyone time and time again why I am not a football coach.
And there we go. They will kneel the ball, and that will be the end of the first half. Again, stay tuned for the halftime brand performance by the California Trojans Marching Band, as well as the homestanding Brownsville Falcons Marching Band. A 27-6 halftime lead here for California. Stay tuned for the bands here after this commercial break on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1. Tape delay, CUTV. Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1. Tape delay, CUTV. Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Hello and welcome back to the 27-6 ball game here at halftime. A beautiful shot of the moon there. It's okay to look this time. No solar eclipse. And we're going to have a halftime band performance here by the California Trojans Marching Band. Sit back and enjoy the sights and sound of the California Trojans Marching Band.
Here is House of the Rising Sun, featuring senior Anais Hoffman on trumpet. son. Next up is a song from Brownsville, Dream On. Off of their Smith's freshman album in '73, this was one of the top songs ever, at least in my Hall of Fame. Featuring Alec Boudet on baritone, Naomi Kuster on horn, and Bud and Lindsey Tran. Please enjoy Dream On by Aerosmith. Billy Joel Classics. We didn't start the fire and Piano Man. The first song is Minister Goes Around Literature that pick the challenges of the time. Here is We Didn't Start the Fire and Piano Man by Billy Joel.
longest student-produced show on CUTV. Is back with highlights and analysis, scores and standings, and more. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Hello and welcome back to Redstone Field in Republic, Pennsylvania. I am Dylan Goday, and joined alongside me is Stephen Ruffing. And Steve, we have a California team with a 27-6 lead at halftime.
Yeah, in that first half, we saw California just kind of slowly take over that game. I mean, just look at these stats here. Rushing yards, California just all over the place, 225. Passing yards, in favor of Brownsville, because we only seen about one or two passes from California in total yards. I mean, California just outshining there with 239. 7 first downs for California, 2 turnovers for Brownsville, 1 for California, and 5 penalties for California. And that's something we saw, that they were struggling with that discipline.
Yeah, I feel like that lead would have been a little bit higher there after if they didn't have those penalties early on in favor of California there. But now we're going to take a look here at the thing we do here at our high school football game of the week. We do a hot dog score contest. Dang, I am absolutely out of it. But yeah, we do a hot dog score contest here every week. If you're familiar with our high school football game of the week, you are familiar with the score. And Brownsville received a 9.5.
9.5. Is it biased? I don't know, because Gary Smith, our director, he's kind of a Brownsville alum, but it was very good. I had the hot dog. The hot dog was good. It was a good hot dog. Was it a 9.5 hot dog? I don't know. But I think we do all around just quality of the concession stand. It was very good service. The popcorn, a little salty, but I liked it.
I actually didn't eat anything because, I was late making it here because again, I'm a CA for University Housing there at Cal, and freshmen moved in today. And if you're familiar with freshmen, you know that was probably a very fun and entertaining experience.
Yeah, you had to take a load off. I mean, dealing with a lot of freshmen. That was a lot of freshmen moving in.
It was a lot of freshmen.
A lot of stress.
But good news, I am not wearing my sunglasses here for the second half, so I will be able to see if the ball makes it in or out of the field goal post, because I was unable to do that there at the end of the first half.
All right. Second half, redeem yourself.
It just feels different without those blue lenses, It's a little bit different for me.
They are blue, huh?
Yeah, a little bit of a blue lens. Doesn't match either team, so I'm very unbiased here in this one.
It's fingerprint lens. Look at those. You need to clean them.
And I'm sorry about that, Steven. And Brownsville is kicking the ball off a short line drive kick, received there by, I believe, Cochise Ryan. And it is a blockers ahead of him, and a beautiful hit there by the number 2 and Lucas Horn. Excuse me, that's for Brownsville. But Cochise Ryan gets the ball into the end zone after a beautiful block there by Zion Aldrich. What a block there by Aldrich.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Brownsville player was ready for that one. Aldrich kind of coming out of nowhere, getting a crucial block in for Cochise Ryan that he just finds his way into the end zone. I mean, it was a great run, but it did start from that big block.
And that only took a whopping 12 seconds to get that touchdown. We're only 11:48 left to go here in this one, but a beautiful run. Once you get a block like that, if you're Cochise Ryan, you just know that that's one block better chance for you to get into the end zone. And that's all a guy like Cochise really needs is one block like that to spring him open for the touchdown. Let's see if I can see if this California extra point goes in or not. And they're going to call a flag. Looks like they're going to call maybe a delayed game, 12-minute formation. I'm not really sure what they're going to call here.
California, they're starting off right where they left off from that first half. coming out strong, getting a touchdown in that, you said first 12 seconds. Not a bad start.
Yeah, not a bad start at all, extending their lead, and that was 12 men there against Brownsville. They're going to leave the ball where it is at for this extra point opportunity. Kicker there for California is number 12, Dustin Mock, and he's been money all day. And that is 30. That makes the score 34-6 in favor of California. Stay tuned for more high school football here on CUTV.
Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
Welcome back, and if you missed the opening couple seconds of this second half, you missed a kickoff return for a touchdown for California, sprung open by a beautiful block by Zion Aldrich, the senior running back, springing his guy, the sophomore Cochise Ryan, open for a huge touchdown.
Yeah, blink of an eye. If you blinked your eye in that, you might have missed it. Cochise Ryan really starting off strong. I mean, he's having an excellent game and just picking it right up in the beginning of the first half, second half.
Line drive kick down to the 5-yard line. And again, that is Mitchog, and he turns around midfield. You never see that too often. Running for his life there, and he gets swarmed by a host of California defenders. Gets tackled at a 15-yard line there. Nothing going there on that one.
Yeah, I think that was one too many turnarounds. On that final turnaround, he saw that whole Trojan army coming after him and just taking him down. Just a loss of yards. Not very smart running on that one.
Yeah, just think of how many yards he only gained there, 15 up to the 15-yard line. He ran probably about 40 yards worth there on that one. Not picking up a lot of running on that, a lot of yards there on that one. Let's see what this Brownsville offense can do. Setback here early by the opening kickoff return there by California, but see what they can do. They're back in the spread formation. We saw a little wishbone look earlier, but other than that, it's been 2 or 3 wide receivers out. And again, just like we saw early in the first half, California caught napping there on that one, and will be called for a encroachment penalty.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'd say caught napping. Maybe a little over anxious trying to get that, get the defenders in there. I believe that's going to be their 6th penalty called on them.
Yeah, 6th penalty called, and they've had a number of penalties declined, or that number would be even higher here for California. So that's something, even though it looks like they have control over this game, that's something they can learn from this one.
Yep.
They got to be more mentally aware there for those penalties that they've been racking up here in this one. The 2-back set here for Brownsville, trying to draw them off sides yet again, but California ready this time. Drops back to pass, a quick drop there, a short pass, and tried to come back to the football. No pass interference call. Looked like he just stayed in good position there. Was the cornerback there, the quarterback, I believe, there for California and Colin Phillips.
Yeah, Colin Phillips playing some really tight defense on the wide receiver there. For a split second, I thought the Falcons had a good gain there, but Colin Phillips coming out of nowhere, playing both sides of the field on this one and breaking that play up.
Yeah, again, you love to see that. That's what all high school football is all about. The college guys get a break on one side of the ball, but you have all these high school football players here showing their abilities on offense and in defense. Really wears guys out. As we see a trips look to the right here, handoff up the middle to Johnson, and just absolutely nowhere to go. The left defensive end there for California looks to be, I can't tell what his number is, but he was in there earlier. It's number 50, I believe, there for California, and that is Ben Belitsky, senior defensive tackle there for California.
Yeah, Brownsville just can't catch a break on this one. Through the air and on the ground, they can't find a way past this Trojan defense. I think California really did a good job of locking down, because Brownsville, they had a few chances, but I think California adjusted well in the second half. Maybe talked about it in halftime. It's really just shutting down the Falcons' offense.
Yeah, a little cover zero look here for California. Only it looks like man-to-man coverage. No guys open there. Tried to get the ball in the flat there around the 30-yard line. The number 4, Dan Grant, but was unable to do so. California brought everyone up and showed that they're bringing the heat, and they did just that.
Yeah, Lucas Horn, he was tested on that one as he's kind of sprung out to his right, found a wide receiver. Wasn't a great throw. Threw off his back foot. It was incomplete. That was one of the better chances they've had throughout this game.
It was a very good chance there for them. Cover zero look, if you're not familiar with it, they bring up the safeties and guard everyone man-to-man. It's man-to-man across the board, no safety deep, so it's a great opportunity to hit them over the top. But the punt there for Brownsville is a short one. The guys better watch out there for California as they had some jawing back and forth, but the ball will be down still in their own territory here at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, and you know what? That jawing after the play, I mean, it's a 34-6 game, week 0. I don't think there's really a place in this game for that. You know, I know the emotions run high, the intensity kind of builds up, but you know you got to watch yourself, especially California. A lot of penalties. You don't want to risk that.
Yeah, and those jawing back and forth. These teams are relatively close, not really known as rivals, as this is only their second time playing, but very close proximity to each other. So you know all these guys pretty much know each other, and probably a little bit of rivalries brewing here between these two teams. See, you have a little flex bone formation yet again, a motion across the middle. First time we've seen that all day there for California. And again, the face we've seen all game long there in Jelani Stafford, and he was a big contributor to those over 220 yards there for California in the first half.
And I don't believe he has a touchdown to his name yet, but boy, does he contribute to those hundreds of yards on the ground that California has.
Yeah, no touchdown yet. They kind of get away from him when they get inside the goal line. They do a little quarterback sneak there, as we've seen their quarterback, Phillips, pick up 3 touchdowns on the ground here. Again, 10 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Phillips with the handoff to Stafford, and Stafford is met immediately. Nice job there up front for Brownsville. First time all night we've really seen Stafford hit right at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Yeah, usually he keeps chugging through those hits, but maybe we could see the physicality kind of getting to him this late in the game. Maybe he's kind of running on empty at this point.
And that was, again, the junior linebacker there in Evan Olesko, number 56, that was in there on that one. We've seen him around on some plays here for Brownsville, trying to bring down the beast there in the middle for California there in Stafford. Again, 6'1", 263 junior here for the Trojans. Again, a triple option look. Pitch, and you see the third level of the triple option, and it almost cost them there for California as they fumbled the ball, but luckily right place at the right time was their Trojans. They're able to pick that ball up, and actually it appears they may be in position to pick up the first down. They're actually going to say just short. It's going to be 4th down and inches here for California.
You had seen that triple option. Aldridge couldn't get a hand on that ball. It wasn't the best pitch out, so a little shaky there, kind of lost that ball. Luckily, they picked that up because Brownsville, they could have really did some damage if they took advantage of that turnover.
Yeah, and that's really important there for California. You see the chain gang coming out to see if this is indeed a first down. But for California, if you're good, it's good for you to get some in-game situations running that triple option. I know I ran the triple option in high school as a quarterback. It's good to get some game action, trying to get to all levels of the triple option. When you're playing tougher teams, they really force you into taking away the fullback, taking away the quarterback run, and force you to really pitch out there. It appears they may have picked up the first down here on this play, but again, it's good to get some in-game, I'm actually going to say just short. Here are the Trojans, but again, it's good to get some in-game opportunities running the triple option. It gets tough there. I know from experience running it, it's tough to really get your focus there as a quarterback. Make sure you make the right reads.
Yeah, no big deal. Big guy on campus, quarterback for high school, no big deal.
Hey, I was some good. Nothing special here, bro. 4th-string quarterback at Cal. Nothing special
no big
there,
deal.
But
might have
not anymore. Those days were quick for me there as a quarterback for California. Now I'm up in here in the booth. Follow my man Romo advice, In the playing days, get to the booth.
Yep. Almost as good as Romo.
Almost.
4th-string.
As we see a pitch out here for California, the senior again almost caught the edge there and brought that in for a touchdown there was Jonathan Wood. We've seen that a couple times today. Either Coach East Ryan or Wood able to get close to breaking that on the outside after that sweep play, and we saw just that on the 4th down and short.
Yeah, Jonathan Wood finding his way, finding that room. I like that call going for it on that 4th and 1 play. I really like that. I like the risky business.
And they didn't even bring it up the middle. Everybody thought Stafford was going to get the ball up the middle, but they said, no, we're going to pitch it out to Jonathan Wood, the senior running back. We see Coach East Ryan in motion, giving the ball this time up the middle to Stafford. He just falls backwards. Man, he just bounces off would-be tacklers. And there he gets the ball inside the 20-yard line again. Another red zone opportunity for this California offense.
Yeah, I mean, again, just Stafford proving himself and just showing how big he really is for a running back. I mean, he just plows his way through that line, picks up those yards. You can't really say much more about him. I mean, he has just pure talent and pure power.
Yeah, you can't teach the size that he has. That's just something that he was gifted, and he's taking advantage of it here. A huge hole there on that one, and he's able to pick up an easy, just grind your way to a 10-yard gain, and now they're going to be in a 1st and goal opportunity again. If you give him a hole like that, with as big as he is, when you get a guy his size on second level of the defense, it makes it really tough to stop him.
And I personally wish you could teach size, because I'd be the first person in that class.
It's okay. Some of us aren't gifted. You're not gifted with the height. I'm not gifted with the real structure, the muscular strength there. So I guess I wish you could teach all that stuff, as we have a spider situation, it appears.
A spider is infiltrating our press box.
As we see a touchdown run there for California. The spider caught us off guard.
Stealing the show.
There is Zion Aldridge, after his huge block there on the opening kickoff of the second half, runs the ball in himself here to extend the lead now to 40-6 in favor of the California Trojans.
Yeah, California, I think they brushed those cobwebs off, because they are rolling now. Coming out in this second half, to start this second half, 2 touchdowns. I mean, they're playing great.
I like that with the cobweb there with the spider. Man,
yeah.
Steve is on top of things up here in the booth. And we see again there for California, Dustin Mock, his extra point. Looks like they jumped off sides, did Brownsville. So really this ground and pound attack there for California really get into Brownsville Trojans. Now they're the one, Brownsville Falcons, now they're the ones making the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I think this kind of stress is getting to them at this point. I mean, there's nothing they have been doing to stop this California ground game. It's coming. They've only had, I'd have to say, 2 or 3 pass attempts, so that ground game is coming.
They're going to decline that penalty, so Mock's going to get another opportunity to kick this one. Again, a reminder, you saw in the first half, I missed seeing the extra point not go through the field goal post here, but let's see if I can see this one. It appears, to be right off the post. I saw that one, and that is no good there for California. So Mock missed another extra point opportunity, but that makes the score 40-6 now in favor of the California Trojans. Stay tuned for more high school football here on CUTV.
CUTV News Center is California University of Pennsylvania's award-winning student television newscast. Your source for live, local, late-breaking news. Forecast from the CalU Weather Center. The region's latest entertainment news. Vulcan sports highlights and regional scoreboards. With television news coverage you can't get anywhere else. Watch it live Thursdays on CUTV and on demand. CUTV News Center. Online all the time.
Welcome back here for more high school football action here on CUTV. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left remaining in the third quarter of this ball game. California, 2 quick touchdowns here in this second half, extending their lead to 40-6 now over the home-standing Brownsville Falcons.
Yeah, and if they would have made that extra point, the mercy rule would be in effect.
Now we see a fumble there on the return. Breaks a would-be tackler and makes it around to the 10-yard line. Was number, I
think that was number 6.
Yeah.
Tim Bannock?
Tim Bannock. First time we've really seen him. He's been back there, a little speedsters back there all game long here. Yes, it was number 6.
5'3"?
for Tim Bannock. I believe that's how you pronounce that last name. But he looks a little shaken up, but he's stretching that out on the sideline. But again, Steve, we saw another running touchdown there for California, what we've seen all night.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward at this point, and they have that triple threat I talked about before. They have Jonathan Woods, they have Stafford, and they have Cochise Ryan. You have Stafford, that power, and then Cochise Ryan and Jonathan Woods, very alike in their running back skill level, just that shiftiness that they bring.
And more mental mistakes now racking up for Brownsville. You get the pressure on them all game long like California has, and they start to make mental mistakes just like that with the false start. So that's going to drop them back. Now, again, they really need to step back and kind of gather themselves now with a 1st and 15. See what kind of formation they come out with. Now backed up to their 5-yard line. So you got to be careful. You don't want to get a safety here. And twins to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback fake actually gives the ball off on the left-hand running play there, and he gets no yards on that one. Just 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, Brownsville trying to match that ground game, and they really just can't keep up with California at this point.
Yeah, under 10 yards rushing there in the first half was Brownsville, and that just doesn't cut it if you're not able to complete the passes, which they completed that big pass early across the middle there. The nice grab that we saw.
Yeah.
Really thought this might be a shootout, but just ever since then they have not been able to get anything going on the offensive side of the ball.
There's some sparks that you see out of Brownsville, and you say, wow, this could be a good football team. But right now they're just being outplayed by the Trojans.
Throw there, and it looked to be right into the grasp of Cochise Ryan, making plays all over the field. See if he can run this one in, and we have a flag probably going to be brought back here. Probably a block in the back or a holding call around the 15-yard line. But again, poor Cochise Ryan there. Another great play getting brought back by a penalty. But again, still get to turn over, and there was a beautiful interception there by Cochise Ryan.
Yeah, and that pass by Lucas Harn was just thrown up to be caught. And Cochise Ryan was right there. Perfect coverage to get that ball, grab it, get in the end zone. But like you said, this one is going to come back. But Trojans right back in this.
Yeah, they are. And that Cochise Ryan, I remember saying his name last season. We had a bit of a monsoon game at California. And I remember saying with, I believe Danny Beck and I were on the call, that's going to be somebody you need to watch out for years to come here in Western Pennsylvania football. Cochise Ryan is a special athlete here for the California Trojans. Again, only a sophomore, really has the size, the agility. Really looks like a great football player out there.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean, he has the ability to go on to the next level for sure. I mean, 5'10", 175 pounds. I mean, that is a perfect running back right there.
Yeah, perfect size. He's in a slot running back position here, so a little different than he would play unless he went to a triple option attack at the next level. You don't see too much of that, but I believe maybe a delay of game here against California, a boneheaded mistake there by the Trojans again. They have been a little undisciplined this game. That's something they need to fix heading into these next couple games. Teams are not going to allow you to make those mistakes and still hang in ball games.
And you know what? Go back to Cochise Ryan. Even if he stepped in that secondary position playing corner, I mean, he has good size for it. He has the speed. He has the football IQ to keep up with these wide receivers as well.
He definitely does. And we see a speed option attack there. And the quarterback, Phillips, is going to break the ball inside the 15-yard line. And, oh, no, he is grabbing his right leg. That cannot be good as he is holding on to it and really gasping in pain. His players are trying to help him out. I'm not sure if they want to see that, but that did not look like a good fall there for California. That's their senior quarterback going down there in Colin Phillips. He's been making plays, 3 touchdowns here in the first half, and he's holding his legs up in the air. Maybe a cramp, but does not look good. Here, I believe they're stretching it like it is a cramp. You definitely saw it tighten up.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell what it was, but I'm telling you, those cramps, man, I've received those in games, and there's nothing that hurts worse than a cramp like in your legs.
No.
It's not really hot here, but, again, this is our first game. Haven't gotten too much conditioning in. It's still been warm all day, kind of muggy out here. You really got to stay hydrated if you're these players.
You do. Yeah, no doubt about that. Those cramps, they can be a pain, and you saw right there, you know, yeah, like you said, the trainer's stretching them out, so we're not really speculating on anything. I think it's pretty straightforward. They're trying to work this cramp out, but, I mean, they could linger for quite some time. 1 to 2 minutes could feel like a lifetime when you have a leg cramp like that.
Yeah, and he's hopping back up. He's going to go off to the sideline. I wonder if they have any bananas or pickle juice. That's what I was always told to have to prevent those cramps. But again, staying hydrated is the key for that. But again, that's going to cause them to have to bring in the backup quarterback. And I believe we've seen him a couple times today in Austin Grillo. He made some plays on the defensive end. I believe he gets the interception earlier on in the game. I'm not sure if that was Grillo or not.
Yes, it was. It was. Yeah.
So he's made an impact on this game. Now he's going to get some reps here while Phillips has to go off to the sideline. But again, Phillips did pick up the first down there before he went down with the cramps. And now it's first down and 10 at the 14-yard line now for California. Something you need to watch here is the quarterback center exchange here. Not first time taking snaps here in this ball game. See if they're able to get the ball to him, and they are, and able to get the ball inside to Phillips. And if you aren't able to wrap him up, there's no arm tackling Austin Phillips, and that's exactly what just happened right there as Phillips plows his way into the end zone. Finally gets that touchdown you're mentioning, Steven.
Yeah, definitely, and he wanted that one. He was hungry, and there was nothing stopping him there, especially 3 Brownsville defenders. They tried their best. What you need to do, if you, like you said, got to wrap around them. If you can't do that, you're pretty much done for when you go against Stafford.
If there were car vehicles out here playing football, I think we'd be seeing a Mack truck playing against some Fiats out here with the size of of Stafford.
Good analogy, man. I'll take that.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. I saw that one go through, and that makes the lead now 47-6 with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Stay tuned for more high school football here on CUTV.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car, more music in the door, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation. Playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL Power 92.
Hello and welcome back here for high school football here on CUTV. Again, score is 47-6 after another drive there by California, and Stafford finally gets in the end zone there for California.
Yeah, he finally finds that touchdown that he's been looking for all night, and just with powerful fashion as well.
I believe that is number 16. First time we've seen him so far today. He returning the kick out past the 20-yard line. Actually, that's number 10 there for Brownsville. That's Traquan Jones, the junior wide receiver / running back listed on the roster.
Yeah, and Brownsville, they're not just going to roll over. They're going to give California everything they got, and we'll maybe see a couple passing plays. They might keep it on the ground just to keep this game moving. But if they go in the air, they can be a threat.
Yeah, and again, after that score, it does bring in the mercy rule into effect here, so there will be continuous clock for the rest of this one here. Brownsville again trips out to the left, running back to the right. Again, a nice pressure there early there by California, and they stop it in the backfield. Number 7 there for California, Braden Petrucci was in there early and really forced the quarterback to give the ball off.
Yeah, he almost got called offside there. I mean, he was just on that line. Read that very well. Went after the quarterback, almost had it, but he was ready. He was gunning for the running back.
Yeah, he was, and I believe that on the false start earlier, he's been the guy. He's really antsy there as a defensive end.
He's hungry, got grit.
He is, but he almost tackled that before the quarterback even had the chance to give the ball off. That's just how quick he got in there on that play. Again, 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Brownsville again trips out to the left. Drops back. Pressure coming in his face. Lobs the ball up, and that is in between 2 defenders. But again, he had pressure coming, and it may be a late hit, roughing the passer penalty against California here. Again, another penalty against this California team.
Yeah, California, they can't stay away from those penalties. Another one's going to be coming up. But, yeah, I mean, in a game like this, just be smart. That's all you got to do. Just play smart football.
Yeah, and that's something that in the film room is going to be a personal foul. So a 15-yard penalty and a first down now for Brownsville. That really kind of makes a damper on this win is getting these penalties, because in film room on Monday, that's something they're going to address there is California. You just can't recover from those in big-time games here. Again, that's a playoff team from last season.
Yep.
If you're in a playoff game, you cannot commit the penalties they've committed here tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? Getting those penalties on defense, there's no way to make those up. It's always losing those penalties.
And Brownsville, again, another formation that trips out to the left. We're going to get, I believe, a timeout for Brownsville, and it is going to be a timeout 3 minutes and 52 seconds left here in this third quarter of play. And now we're going to take a look now at the CUTV high school football schedule these upcoming weeks.
Yeah, and like I said, that October 6th game, Trinity at Bell Vernon, that's going to be live on PCN, so you're going to want to be tuning into there. And taking a look at all of these other games, we have another great schedule lined up. We have another great season of football ahead of us.
Yeah, and again, that Newcastle game, that's the guy. They have a big-time recruit there. His brother, Hooker, is in the –
Malik Hooker.
Yeah, Malik Hooker is got drafted in the top of this last draft. But again, next week, look forward. That'll be after our Thursday night Vulcan football action there. That game on September 1st has the opportunity to be live on YouTube. So if you're looking for something to watch, don't want to leave the confines of your home to watch that game next week at Carmichael's, stay tuned. We may be bringing that game live on YouTube.
Yeah, never know.
All depends on technology. Wonderful technology. As we see here, trips out to the left, and a miscommunication on the snap, and a smart play there by Lucas Harn to drop on the football. That could have been another big turnover there, and it probably would have been 6 there for California if they're able to pick up that ball.
Yeah, and California is just kind of wiping the sweat again. Just Brownsville making another mistake after a California penalty, and now it's going to be 2nd and 23. So we'll see how Brownsville can recover from this one.
Yeah, 2nd and 23. You don't see that too often. I'm not sure too many plays in the playbook have the 2nd down and 23 written beside them.
I'm going to say none do.
Yeah, maybe some old hook and ladder action, but I don't believe we're going to see that.
It's my favorite
I don't know
play.
why you would show that here down by this score, but Harn drops back, a nice slant route, but he is unable to complete the ball. That's a tough matchup there, one-on-one against Cochise Ryan there was number 15, Zach Whitlock. We saw that nice catch earlier by Whitlock for the touchdown. The one score for Brownsville early, just unable to get that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty evenly matched with a 5'10" Cochise Ryan and a 6-foot Whitlock. Whitlock can get a good reach on him as he tried to there. We saw he was trying to go for that one-hand catch again, but just a little too high. But I think we're going to see Harn going to Whitlock a little more throughout this game.
Yeah, I believe we will, because they're not even putting a safety there against California. They're trusting their Cochise Ryan to defend Whitlock one-on-one here on the near side of the field. And Harn drops back across the middle and just tried to force it in the window and was unable to do so to number 5 for Brownsville. That is John, I'm going to mess this up, Hovanek. I believe that's how you say it. What's your shot at that name?
I'll go with you. I think that sounds about right.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. I'm from West Virginia. Again, not too many of these Western PA names, man. When I came up here, you got some names out here in Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we do. Got a couple names.
Yeah, taking pride in it. They're actually going for this 4th down and 23. Again, California caught a bit off guard there. Cochise Ryan was back to catch the kick, and now he is up in his normal quarterback position. We might see a little pooch punt here, and I believe that is what we're going to see, and that did not go too far. That's in almost to the stands, but didn't quite make it. And I believe that has a net gain of around 5 to 10 yards. Not sure we're going to end up spotting this. See where the near side official goes, and he's going to spot at the 25-yard line. And
about 15 yards.
Yeah, 15 yards in the air, but net gain, I don't think he gained any yards there on that kick. Maybe 5 yards at the most. But again, tried to mix it up a little bit different. Maybe he'll show that in some games later on in the season. Again, this is first-year coach there for Brownsville, so trying to implement some new things to this offensive system. And the formation we have seen all night long for California, the old flex bone. I know that formation a little too much there for my high school days. But again, Wood in motion, fake the handoff inside, quarterback pitches out. There's that third level of the triple option. Blockers ahead of Jonathan Wood, and he picks the ball up for a first down, I believe. That is a beautiful run there by Jonathan Wood.
Yeah, just at the last second, the Falcon linebackers broke their blockers, were able to wrap Jonathan Woods up fairly quickly. Still got the first down, but still credit Brownsville for sticking with that play and not giving up on tackling Jonathan Woods.
That's how the triple option is supposed to look, though, right there. Nice.
Perfectly executed.
Yeah, perfectly. Nice execution there by California. They've been looking, we're talking about in a game like this, you want to try to get to that third level. They call it as a triple option, and that's exactly what the quarterback there, and Austin Grillo, actually, I believe he is in at quarterback now. He gives the ball inside to Zion Aldrich, and that's a guy we've seen make some big plays here today, especially that touchdown and then the huge block in the open kickoff of the second half, and that will be the end of the third quarter here. Again, the score is 47-6 in favor of California. We're going to take a quick break here, but stay tuned for more high school football here on CUTV.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Hello and welcome back here to this ball game for the start of the fourth quarter. California has a commanding 47-6 lead and are driving again here. Quite the statement here early for California early in the season.
Yeah, Brownsville, they were sticking in this one. I think we went into the second quarter with a 7-6 lead for California, and now they just kind of ran away with it. I'm just going to say that Brownsville just didn't have an answer for that running game. They couldn't keep up with it.
And it's what you see with the triple option early. They had to get it going, and they did. There we saw some fumble between quarterback and running back exchanges there early for California. It really hurt them, hurt their first couple drives as well as some penalties. Again, those are just some cobwebs, as you were mentioning. Again, we see number 12 there in motion there for California, and he's easily going to get in for the touchdown. Number 12 is Dustin Mock. That's who we've seen kicking the extra points here for California. Now he runs his way in.
Yeah, and he's actually listed as a wide receiver, kicking the field goals, and now he's running in for touchdown. If you look up a definition of a utility player, I think it's that guy right there.
That is that guy. That's the exact word I would have used there. Utility player for sure there for California. Now the utility player himself, after scoring the touchdown, see if he can add one more point here.
No big deal. No big deal. I can catch the balls, I can run the balls, I can kick balls.
Yeah, that's quite the statement there. Quite the athleticism there by Mock. His extra point is up, and it is blocked there on that one. Every time we talk about him doing good on these extra points, he ends up missing one. So we keep jinxing him there, but that makes the score 53-6. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. Stay tuned for more high school football on CUTV.
The longest student-produced show on CUTV. Is back with highlights and analysis, scores and standings, and more. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Hello and and welcome back here to the side of this ball game. It is 53-6 in favor of California. Again, started out slow, a little bit of growing pains early on, but boy, did they catch fire, and now extended their lead to 53-6.
Yeah, the Trojans, I mean, again, just ran away with this game. The Falcons just can't keep up. That running game is so strong for California. They have so many options. They even threw the kicker in there. It just shows that their running game is almost perfected.
Yeah, you have the veterans, but you also have the younger guys, Stafford and Cochise Ryan, and they just make it easy there for the veterans coming in after them. See a kick return here for Brownsville. That is number 6, the young guy, Tim Bannock, and he fumbles the ball. It looks like actually going to call him down. I don't believe the official saw the ball get loose there, but it will be Brownsville football at around, they're going to give it to the 32-yard line. But again, nice touchdown drive last time there by Brownsville. California.
Yeah, it was, and they're very short and to the point. They like their running game, and they'll prove that to you that they do. But again, Brownsville, no matter what, this Harn can complete a pass, and when he does, I mean, it could be a threat to this California defense.
Yeah, and we have the list of the seniors there. Their senior, looks like pictures in front of us, and there's only 6 seniors on this Brownsville team. So again, a very young team trying to get some experience here. Again, a young, inexperienced team shows there. No one recovered the ball, but they blew it dead, and it's going to be Brownsville ball after fumbling that exchange there at the 30-yard line, but that one almost another turnover there for Brownsville.
Yeah, almost turned tragic there for the Falcons. It's been going on like that all night, and soon you'd have to think that California is going to call off the Dogs.
Yeah, they do have their starters in, I believe. They're on their defense. That they do. There is Coach East Ryan is out there at corner. Sussily, Jonathan Wood there. The guys we've seen at the slots. It's kind of cool. The slots there for California also play corners, so they're kind of used to being out there and that formation. And they're going to see a timeout for California. It looks like they're trying to get some guys out as Stafford was late to leave the field. A little bit of miscommunication there. Another undisciplined penalty there.
No matter how good California is playing, there is some things that they do want to work on. Their turnovers, for one thing, their discipline, kind of this communication factor.
And that communication factor is hurting them, and you know they're going to hear about it all week long here at practice, especially in the film room. They're going to hear all about it, and their coach is going to let them know that they've been committing the penalties here in this one. But again, to recap the scoreboard here, we have a 10 minutes and 21 seconds left here to go in this ball game. Again, it is a mercy rule game, so the clock will be running once they start this clock back up. But again, it is 53-6 in favor of California. And if you're watching there and went away there after the end of the first quarter, you saw a 7-6 ball game. And boy, did things change after that moment. 53-6 now in favor of California.
Yeah, I think California really found their game, and the scoreboard proves that.
Again, for Brownsville, quarterback back. He drops back to pass and threw it right at number 2 there, Zion Aldrich. He's making plays all over the field, and he returns that ball back to the 15-yard line. I think that was a play there by number 2 is Lucas Harn, that he just had a pre-picked receiver and thought he was going to throw it to him.
Yeah, Harn knew exactly what he wanted to do, just didn't execute, throwing right to Aldrich, and Aldrich taking advantage of that. That's what California has been doing. They've been taking advantage of every little thing that Brownsville made a mistake on, and right there they did it again.
That's 3 interceptions now for Harn here in this ball game. The junior quarterback looking to pick up on that come next game. You know, it's been frustrating for him as he's off talking to the coach there on the sidelines. He's trying to give his best effort out here and just falling up short there. It has pressure on him all night long, and that gets very difficult there for the quarterback. Coach East Ryan in motion, giving the ball up the middle to Stafford, and Stafford just barrels his way into the end zone. What a beast is Stafford. Again, the Mack truck getting into the end zone there for California.
Got to feed the beast. Stafford just plowing his way through the line, just running over any Falcon in front of him. So another touchdown to his name, and boy, this guy's good.
Yeah, and this game is getting ugly here, but that is all thanks to this ground attack there at California. I'm sure there are well over 350 yards rushing here in this ball game. That is outstanding here for high school football. Again, See, this extra point by Mock is up, and it is good, I believe, right down the middle. You know, I've been off all night. But, again, that makes the score 60-6 with 9:47 left to go here in this ball game. Again, stay tuned after this commercial break for more high school football here on CUTV.
Dylan, what's wrong, man?
I just don't know how my family back home in Buchanan, West Virginia can watch our stuff up here.
They can follow us on Twitter, or they can like us on Facebook.
That's awesome. What about our sports? How can they watch that?
They could watch it live right on our YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
For the first time in 31 years, live high school football all season long on CUTV Sports 1.
Hello and welcome back to Redstone Field here in Republic, Pennsylvania. The site of this matchup here today, California has a commanding 60-6 lead over the Brownsville Falcons. Kickoff is a short one, a little pooch kick there, and they're going to call a fair catch at the 30-yard line. Pretty smart play there by the youngster. I think that's number 80, Elijah Allen, the sophomore receiver there for Brownsville.
Yeah, smart play. Not the best kick that we've seen. I think California is putting in their bench at this point. Got a pretty demanding lead. I mean, they've been dominant throughout this whole thing. But Brownsville, they're not going to give up. They're not going to roll over, like I said. They're going to come out there and they're going to play football.
Yeah, again, you're saying put in some younger players here. There's not much depth they have in California, though.
Right.
A bit of a small roster here.
29 men per team. You know.
Yep, 29-man team. A couple guys not wearing jerseys there on the sideline. So that's even lower than that. But Brownsville is going to drop back in a shotgun formation here as Harn drops back to pass, lobs one deep, and a beautiful throw and a beautiful catch there. Some nice moves after catching the ball is Linkowski, and that's the play we saw on the first play of the game where he was in that same type of formation. Quarterback threw it a little bit deep there, but he's able to make that catch.
Yeah, Harn does a great job of just placing that ball downfield, but I mean, Linkowski, he does a great job of kind of adapting to that throw, finding out where it's going because it wasn't directly in his hands, so he had to make a move, and he made the right move.
Yeah, he slowed down his route a little bit, realized it was a smaller throw. Instead of turning around and walking backwards, he slowed his pace down and caught that pass. But again, we see an inside run there by Brownsville's number 4, Dan Grant. Didn't make that's the freshman, the real youngster there, didn't make too many yards there on that play. But Brownsville now running in a bit of a hurry-up pace here. As they drop back again is Harn. Gets the ball in an outside sweep and no blocking in front of him. And that's who we've seen all night there for California is number 7, Braden Petrucci.
Yeah, Petrucci has been all over this Falcon offense. I mean, he has the vision, he has the speed, everything you need to be just an amazing linebacker.
I believe he's the only starter, here left in for this California defense. And that's the name we've been saying. Again, he's very aggressive there. Got called for a couple penalties early. But that's what coaches kind of ask for there. If you're going to be aggressive, you got to make plays like he does. And that's exactly what we've seen here from Petrucci.
And he's listed as a wide receiver, but he really shines in that linebacker position.
He really does. A bit of a running team, but he spends most of his energy on the offensive end. A lob pass there just out of bounds is the ball there by Lucas Harn, just out of the reach of his wide receiver. And again, that's this mercy rule with that incompletion. The clock will remain running as we're around 17, excuse me, man, I'm out of it today. 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. May take 17 minutes of real time, but 7 minutes left.
Not fake time.
Of the
not football time.
Yeah, football time.
Football
You're right.
Time.
But again, that brings up a 4th down and 14. Lots of 4s up there on that scoreboard.
Yeah, a lot of 4s.
A 4th down, the 4th quarter, the 14 yards to go. I just love those 4s. Not better than the 3, though.
And I love this decision to go for it.
I love it, too. You know, 4th down.
Why not?
4th quarter, nothing to lose.
Why not?
Practice on some plays. This is just a glorified practice here.
Yeah.
Trying to get some work in as they do call a timeout, maybe talking about that and saying, hey, this is a play that we need to practice. This is along. If we're stuck in this type of situation in a game that's real close, this is a play, this is a moment that they could really use to carry them into a moment like that.
Yeah, put the ball in Harn's hands, let him throw the ball, get him some reps. There's nothing really bad that could come from it. It's just good practice, like you said, glorified practice. So, I mean, get that ball in Harn's hand and let him throw the ball.
And again, another shout out here to our high school roundup show that will be aired this coming week. A bit of a week 0 broadcast of it. We're going to play it on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. As Stephen Ruffing is getting in my face here in the booth. He might have to break us up. I don't know what he was trying to do there, trying to puff in his chest.
No.
I get it. It's high school roundup. That's your show. I brought it up, Steve.
I was just getting into the conversation.
Okay, yeah, you're literally getting into me talking, and my words probably weren't traveling very far because you're right in my face there.
I was getting into the conversation. But, yeah, we're shooting Tuesday. It's going to be a great show. Hosted by Anthony D'Agostino, myself, Danny Beck. I know you and Colin Kirkwood are going to be making an appearance on the show. It's going to be fun stuff. It's something to get excited for. I'm excited for it. So
I do believe you got called for a 15-yard penalty with that taunting you did on me right there. But we'll see a rollout to the right is Harn. Had the ball in a short underneath pass, but he is drilled there by number 13 there for California. And that is Nathan Zamani. First time we've mentioned his name here today, 6'1" junior.
Yeah, and that's I think one of the downsides of going for it on 4th and 14 in a week 0 game is you don't want to risk the injury because that was a pretty hard hit.
That was a very hard hit. And that will give California the ball back again. Now we're going to see the youngsters. No Coach East Ryan, no Stafford, no quarterback play there from we haven't actually not seen Colin Phillips since he went down with those cramps. But again, the younger guys now for California are going to get some opportunities, and a bit of a personnel miscue there as they're going to have to call a timeout. Is California, but again, until Stephen rudely interrupted me on that last time, getting in my face, we're talking about high school roundup. Here, again, another 15-yard penalty for arguing with the official
here. Yeah, people can't see this. Let's get on with the high school roundup.
But high school roundup, again, this week, as I show you need to keep on the lookout for. Doing it a bit differently this year with our availability of social media and some guys from farther away lands of me in the West Virginia, bringing in possible West Virginia.
Yep.
Hear that West Virginia high school football will be mentioned on our high school roundup show.
No big deal.
And then a little Eastern PA high school football will be brought up by Colin Kirkwood. So branching our grasp here of high school football is the high school roundup show.
Yeah, and of course I'm going to be representing the WPIAL, WPIAL, as District 7, as Anthony D'Agostino would like to say, but it is the WPIAL. Not District 7. We'll go by the districts around here.
You guys, I wouldn't say this too often, but Western PA is pretty cool for that, naming the WPIAL. That's the only thing nice I'd say about Western PA.
No, we have some pretty dominant football here.
Yeah, you do. And football is life here in Western PA, especially when you get up near to Pittsburgh. But we're back to football action here. The inside give there, and looks like he almost breaks it, trips up, breaks another tackle. Is number 21 there. And Josh Altman, we may have seen him make a couple plays, but that's the senior running back. Again, a guy low on the depth chart, the running back position, but still able to get some carries. That's just the depth they have at that position.
Yeah, still making plays, and that's all you could ask for the senior there coming off the bench. Just keeping his balance, getting that first down, getting some yardage. That's a great play there by Altman.
And you see the defensive lineman there for Brownsville running off the field. You can tell they're heavily breathing here. That's just running attack for California has been brought to them all game long, and most of that has been between the tackles there with Jamani Stafford. We're not going to see him again today, but you will be seeing him in newspapers and highlight reels across the news networks here in Western PA. That is a name you need to look out for his season this year, as well as Coach East Ryan. Two very athletic players, and you cannot forget the quarterback play there. Again, this is a triple option attack there with Colin Phillips, and you really live up to those three three options there, triple option. Man, I had a nice thought going. I just could not complete the thought.
Yeah, but no, I got what you were going with that one. Colin Phillips, doing a great job. He got the 3 out of the first 4 touchdowns. So, he can get in there. He sneaks through that offensive line, finds those holes, and just does his job. He's a leader. That's what he does. He's doing a great job as quarterback in that quarterback position. We haven't seen much out of him in the air, but, you know what? He's a pretty dang good quarterback.
Is a very dang good quarterback here. And, again, you need those 3 options in a triple option attack. to get that offense really rolling. As we see some more action here, another third level of the triple option. Oh, the fake pitch by the backup quarterback. That was a beauty right there. I never quite got that in my arsenal at the triple option quarterback position there, but Austin Grillo with a nice fake toss, kept it himself, juked out the whole Brownsville defense, I think, on that one.
Yeah, he gave him the old 52 fake out, faked that pitch, and then just went for it. Got a couple yards on that one, got about 4 yards on that one. That's all you could really ask for, kind of making something out of nothing on that.
Yeah, definitely making something out of nothing was he on that play. Again, we saw Austin Grillo make a couple plays here in this one, got the interception early, coming in at the backup quarterback position. Austin Grillo is a 5'10 junior, so again, that's a guy we could see a quarterback position next season. But again, this is week 0. It's a little early to be looking at next season, but he's a guy you could be seeing for years to come here at California. As he is under center now and drops back for a little inside zone and a nice run there. Again, that's another guy we've seen all over the field, and Zion Aldridge is a senior. Again, not really a starter here, but again, he's that second line. Even though he's a senior, he's a guy behind the strong fullback play of Jamani Stafford. He's that next guy in line.
Yeah, you know what? This California team, they have a lot of veteran influence. You know, they have a lot of seniors that kind of lead this way, and I think that's why they can be such a threat in their conference. If they could get a few more wins on the road, I think they're in pretty good shape to make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. This team looks very powerful, and a lot of guys returning from that playoff team from last year, looking for them to, they're hungry for some more playoff wins and better seeding in the playoffs, a better overall season are these California Trojans. Again, the misdirection sweep there to the left side. That's Jonathan Wood, I believe, and we're going to see another penalty here. No, that was Lucas Qualk. That's quite the last name. Qualk. Is that how you would say that? Qualk?
Qualk.
Qualk.
Yeah.
Qualk?
Qualk.
Qualk. Is it Qualk or Qualk?
Qualk. I think Qualk.
Qualk. Okay. Again, I'm from West Virginia.
That's
not saying
no
anything.
excuse.
It is an excuse. Okay, we don't get the greatest education down in West Virginia. Nothing. Not
Is that a rib?
against my.
That's a rib against West Virginia.
Not a rib against West Virginia. I'm just saying we're just a little far behind in the names. We don't have the strong names. I'm used to Smith.
Gaudet.
Smith last name Gaudet, but my family's not from West Virginia originally, so
Gaudet, the very French influenced in West Virginia.
Yeah, but it is. The French influence in West Virginia. I'm a little diverse
What kind of last names we got going in West Virginia?
I'm telling you, Smith. You get the Tennies, very popular.
The what?
Name, Tennies. You never heard Tenney last name? Half my senior class was a Tenney. You see a nice run there again. I say that's going to be a touchdown run by, I believe,
Zion Aldridge.
And he has been all over the field, making nice blocks, and now with another touchdown run himself. That's 2 touchdown runs now for Aldridge.
Yeah, and I think you finally.
And no, that's not a touchdown run. He got caught out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
You're throwing me off with all these West Virginia names. It's like
what's wrong with you guys? Have seriously never heard Tenney?
No.
Tenney, like Tenney. Tenney.
Tenney.
I had a whole bunch of teachers' last name Tenney. Smith, of course. Let's see what else. Popular last names in West Virginia. Williams is a very popular last name.
You're just naming popular names everywhere. Just West Virginia.
You guys were so caught off guard by Tenney. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's not that common.
You just said all these popular last names and you say Tenney. Oh, not that common. What kind of story are you trying to feed me here, Steve?
Let's get back to the action.
We will get back to
sports.
Stick to sports, not last names and not West Virginia. I know I talk about my state a lot.
Yeah, you do.
We're just proud of being from West Virginia. See an inside give there to Aldridge, who didn't score in the last play, but scores on that one, and that will make this score. I'm not going to read it to you, but hopefully the extra point goes in here on this one.
Yeah, they have a chance to make it 67-6, but I think you could finally introduce the nail to the coffin in this one. About 2 minutes left, and a pretty demanding lead, a 60-point lead, and I think California really ran away with this one.
They did run away with it after the second quarter. Again, 7-6 at the end of the first quarter, and then it just was like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just vultures going after the prey there, and they really took control of this game.
Yeah, they did. There's no doubt about that, and they took control of it fast. I mean, they came out at halftime and they were just pedal to the metal.
First play of halftime,
yeah.
it was a touchdown. So a beautiful night, though, for football. No threat of weather all night long. Perfect night. This is what high school is all about. The extra point is up, and it is good. So that makes the score 67-6. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left. I believe this is probably going to be our last commercial break here in this one. But stay tuned for some high school football here on CUTV.
The Friday Night Lights shine on CUTV. August 25th, California at Brownsville. September 1st, Monessen at Carmichael's. September 8th, Southmoreland at Charleroi. September 22nd, McGuffey at Elizabeth Forward. September 29th, Franklin Regional at Connellsville. October 6th, Trinity at Bell Vernon. October 13th, Rochester at California. October 20th, Newcastle at Ringgold. October 27th, Washington at Best Center. Live on CUTV Sports 1, tape delay, CUTV.
Hello and welcome back here to high school football on CUTV. I am Dabbing Guy at PNC Park, and this is Stephen Ruffing joined to my right side. Here again, it's 67-6 score here with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in this ballgame.
Yeah, I don't think the audience got the context about the Dabbing Guy at PNC Park.
Well, you know, who doesn't know the Dabbing Guy at PNC Park?
A majority of people
have dabbed on the big board. It's, you know, just I'm not letting the dab die, you know. The dab will live on forever in my eyes. In my heart.
Back to the action.
Back to the action. The line drive kick. We've seen Mock boot a couple ones today. And then another is just going to fall on that one inside the own 10. And we see a little bit of extracurricular activities as well. You hate to see that late in the ball game. But again, 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here. And again, high school roundup. Again, we'll be on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. We'll see action from this game. Other Week 0 games across the WIPIAL. Again, that's a must-see show. Again, that won some awards last season. Looking to pick up some more of those this season.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean, we have a fantastic crew on our hands. I mean, and just a great time to thank everybody on the crew. Danny Beck on the cameras, as well as our new guy, Dalton. Nice to have him with us. And then, of course, the regulars, everyone on the crew, Gary Smith directing. We do have a great group of people here.
Yeah, great group of people. All of us are back early before the season has started. I know Ryan hates for him to be back here. He just can't stand being around us, but he has to deal with it anyways. Comes here, gets a nice showing, and Ryan, as we missed a play there because Ryan was intimidating me yet again. Another 15-yard penalty up in the booth. But again, that will make the clock run here. We're almost under a minute to go here in this one. Again, can't thank our crew enough. Can't thank the university enough for giving us this opportunity to put this on. But again, catch this game on our YouTube page here in a couple coming weeks. Catch the next couple high school football games, possibly here live on YouTube on our CUTV Sports 1 YouTube page. So keep an eye out for that one. Again, the running backs run into each other on that play. But that may do it here. See what we're going to do. See if the officials let this one run the clock out. We may have to run one more play here in this one. As I believe they may have to punt this ball off. Let's see. This is actually, why would they punt the ball? It is third down. Actually, it's first down.
First down.
All messed up today.
Yeah, Dylan, you're a little out of it. No big
I blame
deal.
the freshman. I blame the freshman on moving. But again, one last play here in this ball game. Again, 67-6 score. We see an inside give there, and that 0-yard gain will end this one. Again, Week 0 matchup. California at Brownsville ends in a 67-6 victory for the California Trojans. Any last words here, Steven?
I mean, a great showing from the California Trojans. Really close game in that first quarter. Brownsville Falcons, it looked like they came up to play, but just couldn't keep up with that Trojan run game.
Yeah, couldn't keep up with that Trojan running game. But again, that's all we have here in this ball game. Again, 67-6 final score. Thank you to the whole crew. Thank you to the university for letting us put this on. And thank you guys for watching here one last time here from Redstone Stadium, I am Dylan Goday, and that's Stephen Ruffing. Thank you guys for watching high school football on CUTV.